All right, Coach, thank you. There's a look at New Era Field here in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry now. This is Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Third down, Mayfield. And it's caught by Parker. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
Now let's go.
To throw, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. First carry for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. From his end zone on 3rd and long, Allen. He's going to loft one deep. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Set. Blue landed.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points. They stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Matthews, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He'll get it up the middle. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Mayfield now. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Play fake here on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Mayfield. Over to Landry on the bubble screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Third down, Carlos Hyde. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that would just wound up as an incomplete pass.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff. Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And here come the Bills. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Peterman finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now they'll throw it with Peterman. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Peterman. Airing one deep for Curse. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. 46 yards. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he was being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
First down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Gun! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Final play of the half, Mayfield. His throw incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he spins through. And Hill running right through it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Set! Blue landed!
Mayfield looks to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here we go now.
Mayfield now from the 50. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
To return it is Corey Grant. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Peterman and the Bills come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Peterman on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and 2. Now Peterman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete.
Now let's go.
Play action. It's Peterman. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man. It's Breshad Perriman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Over!
From the gun, it's Peterman. being chased out left. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On 3rd and 1, Peterman. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Peterman. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mayfield now on 2nd down, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now Peterman on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney.
2nd and 10 now, Peterman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Over!
Peterman looking to throw again. He completes it to Bryant. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll throw on 1st down with Peterman. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Peterman on 1st down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On 2nd down, here's Peterman. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Knight, complete out right to Kurz. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The fullback dive held up short. And this Browns defense stands tall. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Over!
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The Bills getting set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to...
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Peterman. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney.
2nd and 10. Peterman again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Off play action. Knight. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Green 39. Green 39.
They go to Johnson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Detroit!
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They go play action with Peterman. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jamie Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been